I'm going to give you some nuskhas for these nervousness that you feel. You feel nervous about mathematics, do you? Yeah, he does. Do you feel nervous about science? Physics? No, he doesn't. Good. But there's something you feel nervous about. What do you feel nervous about? Okay. He does feel nervous about something. Let me give you what you can do when you feel nervous. And I'm going to give you some medicines, and that's what the meaning of nuskha is. Some medicines for nervousness. And it is here in the Bible from Psalm 56 and verse 3 and 4. It says, when I am afraid, I put my trust in you, in God, whose word I praise. In God I trust. I shall not be afraid. What can flesh do to me? Flesh means what can other people do to me? So afraid, you can change to nervous. So say after me, when I am afraid, or say when I am nervous, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. In God I trust. What can man do to me? So when you are nervous, say this, what can he do to me? What can she do to me? It is in God I trust. So here is your antidote, here is your medicine if you feel nervous. Now, I used to feel very nervous. Let me tell you, I am very nervous about driving. I know all the theory about driving a car. I know you should press the clutch and then change the gear and then slowly release the clutch and press your foot on the accelerator. That's the theory. I know the theory. But to sit behind and to do it, I am so nervous. But I have decided this year, I am going to say, what can that other man do to me who is coming in the other car? And I am going to be, I'll say, in God I trust. And let God protect that other man. So, I'm going to now overcome my nervousness about driving. And I want you to overcome your nervousness about anything, about mathematics, about physics, about any other subject, or about people, or about strangers. Get over your nervousness. Here is your medicine. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God I trust. Now I'll tell you something else that may be giving you a little problem, and that is you need understanding, don't you? You have all kind of accents. India is a country of variety. So you have teachers teaching you in the Malayali accent. You have teachers teaching you in the Tamil accent. You have teachers teaching you in the Rajasthani accent. Some are teaching you in the Haryanavi accent. And you know, some of them you can't even understand what they are saying. You know this, our sports teacher, PET sir, when he gives you orders, I'll be truthful, I don't even understand a word he's saying. But you are amazing. You know what he's saying and you do it. I noticed that. So, we need understanding, don't we? And then they use such hard terms, geography, such hard terms, all the sciences, such hard terms. We need understanding. And when we need understanding, here is an antidote for you. And this is from Proverbs and chapter 3 and verse 5 and 6. And it says here again, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. He will make your mathematics path straight. He will make your speaking path straight. Maybe you are nervous about speaking. He will make your path straight. Again, trust in the Lord. Don't lean on your own understanding. God will give you the understanding. So the first thing we saw that you may be feeling is nervous. Second, you may be feeling is you need understanding. Third, I'm only going to give you 4, so don't get worried. The third thing is you'll be facing temptations. Now, temptation is somebody telling you, or some inner voice telling you, or some friend telling you, let's do this. And you know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. But everybody is doing it, and they are tempting you, let's do it. Let's do it. So what do? What do you do when you are tempted to do wrong? Now, here is something for you. And here I'll give you 2 verses here. One is from 2 Timothy and chapter 2 and verse 22 and 23. And it says here, run away from youthful passions and run after righteousness, faith, love, peace, along with all those who call on the Lord from a pure heart. Have nothing to do with foolish, ignorant controversies. You know that they breed quarrel. So you are told to run away from, and you are told to run with, towards. Run away from youthful passions. Run away from those who tempt you. Run away from bad friends. And run after good works. Run after right works. Run after the pure and holy, and things which are of love and peace and kindness. So this is your third. What was the first? This is stress. Stress. Do you know what stress is? Yesterday I was asking a little child, do you know what stress is? He said, no. You know, stress is when you have 100 things bombarding you and you don't know what to do. Somebody is saying do this, somebody is saying do that, somebody is saying have you finished this work, somebody is saying get ready, get up and get dressed and go on, somebody is saying something else, eat your breakfast and go and polish your shoes, and someone is saying something, and then the bus is honking outside. That's called stress. That's called stress. When 100 things bombard you and you don't know what to do, and your head starts pounding and your heart starts pounding, and that is called stress. Okay? Now I'm going to give you what you should do when you have stress. But before that, I forgot. I told you I'll give you 2 verses for temptation. The first verse which I gave you was to run away from, to flee, to run away from bad friends, to run away from bad things, and to run towards good things. That's right. And the second verse which I want to give you is something which is stamped on your heart. Put your hand over your heart. And what do you feel there? Look at that logo. It should be right over your heart. And what does that logo say? Overcome. And look at your belt. Now belt is something which ties everything together, which holds everything together, doesn't it? Yeah. So your heart and your belt, what do they tell you? Overcome evil with good. So when you have bad friends telling you to do bad things, overcome it with good. So I've given you 2 verses for temptation, and now I'm going to come back to stress. And when things overwhelm you, I'm going to tell you about a young man. I won't tell you his story today, maybe sometime later. His name was Joshua, and he was stressed. You know, the leader had just died. He was young. There was nobody to be the leader, and the people made him the leader, and he didn't know what to do. And there were over 20 million people he had to look after, and he didn't know what to do. And then he was so stressed. And this is then what God told him. Have I not commanded you? Be strong, be courageous, do not be frightened, do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. The Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And that's That's what I want to leave with you. It is in God we trust, and God is with you, and He will help you. Now, let me come back to the nuts. Why did I bring nuts today? Nuts are N-U-T-S, nuts. N is for nervous. U is for? T is for? And S is for? Now you will never forget it. And the nuskha, the medicine, the antidote for these nuts is what? Trust in God, depend on God, know He is with you, and He will be helping you. So may you have a good year and enjoy. And whenever you go nuts, remember the verses we saw today. And I'm going to continue with those so that you learn them by heart. God bless you.